So I'm scrolling through Twitter the other week, as one does when they're procrastinating instead of doing, I don't know, editing, going out shooting photos, practicing, picking up a guitar, playing the piano, anything that I could have been doing. Nope, instead, going through Twitter. And I run across a tweet from a YouTube creator, Chris Howe, who I really enjoy watching his videos. If you haven't seen him, check him out. But the tweet that he posted, and I absolutely love this, said, "Creating is therapy." And man, I could not agree with that more. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is so true. But why does it feel like there are times when you want to be creative and you just can't seem to do it? The thing that is so good for me that I love doing sometimes feels like it's the hardest thing in the world to do. And that got me thinking about a few things that can kill your creativity. And we're starting this video off with a hard right hook because the first thing that I could think of that can sometimes kill my creativity is my mental state. Your mental state could be one of your biggest enemies when it comes to being creative. There's so many times where I get inspiration, I get an idea that I want to execute right then and there, but then something will happen either through fault of my own or someone else or just circumstances going on that'll put me in a mood of being anxious or frustrated, depressed, lonely, feeling isolated, and it just kills all my creativity right then and there. And it's so hard to come back from that, especially if you're someone like me who tends to overthink and you dig yourself further and further, deeper and deeper into that rabbit hole. On the same day that Chris tweeted that, he also posted, "My toxic trait is overthinking about overthinking." Man, I did not think I would wake up that morning to be so attacked by someone who doesn't even know me. And I'm like, oh my God, that is me. That is me. I am that. That is me. Wow. Thanks, Chris. And it's amazing that one of the things that I love the most and helps me the most becomes the hardest thing for me to do in my day-to-day. This may be easier said than done, but stop thinking about overthinking. Just take your first step. Maybe it's organizing some cables, going to the gym, picking up your camera and taking a photo, playing a couple notes on your instrument, a brush stroke on the easel, and then you keep moving forward, another brush stroke, another note, another photo, until you keep building and building and finding yourself back in that creative space, and your mood is entirely different because creating is therapy. Another thing that could be killing your creativity is settling. This can mean many things. Getting bored with what you're doing, getting stuck in a loop of doing the same thing over and over again and not being able to get out of that cycle, both of which have happened to me many times with my music. There's been many times when I fall into a pattern of doing the same thing the same way every single time, or worse, having people come to expect me to do things a certain way because that's what they've seen me do in the past, and it just kind of blocks me and puts me in this box of what I'm able to do. And then you feel the need to stick to that and can't change your style or approach for fear of losing that opportunity. And then unfortunately, the result of that is you stop seeing the magic and wonder in what's around you and what you're doing. You stop asking questions like, how do I do this? Why am I doing it this way? What can I do different? Then you start becoming rigid and unflexible. I mean, being creative is such a weird concept. It requires you to know all these different things, all these different rules, and yet at the same time, you kind of have to get outside of that box that everyone tries to put you in, or else you're not really being creative the way you want to be. I don't remember who said this, but I remember reading one time that creativity is by its nature an act of boldness and rebellion. Ripping apart that box and doing what you want, experimenting. It may work, it may not work. You may find new ways to incorporate old ideas or discover an old way that works better, but something new that you can add to it. So my question is this: what are some things that kill your creativity? Leave a comment down below if you like and got something from this video. Subscribe, hit the like button, all that matters, YouTube views, all of that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.